Okay, we're going to start out with a real quick tutorial on how to chop a chicken up. Grab it by the wing, cut the wing off, grab the other wing, cut the other wing off, grab it by the leg, cut the leg, cut the skin a little bit, and then just chop the leg off. Same thing on this side. Cut the leg off. And then this part, you have to just go and kind of find between the ribs. And you just go like that. Both sides, just cut like right between the ribs. Get the thing and just fold it down. And usually it comes apart pretty easily. And then the last thing, all you do, put your knife there on the breastbone, press it down. There you go. Chicken's cut up. So the next step is, all we're going to add to the pot is the back, half of the breast, or one breast, and then we're going to put the neck in. And that's what we're going to make our soup with. So the next step is just simply add 2 quarts of chicken broth. I usually don't use the low sodium, although you could use it, but I think the regular is better. And then I usually add a couple of these bouillon cubes. They're like soft bouillon cubes. I add 2 or 3 to the mix. Next, we just put it on the stove on high until it boils, and can either add 1 cup of white rice, or I usually use about 3/4 of a cup of brown rice, depending on what you like. The white rice is obviously the preferred method, but we try to use the brown rice. But just bring it to a boil and then add the rice once it's boiling. Okay, at this point I have separated 5 eggs. I have the whites in the bowl and the yolks off to the side. And I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to add a little bit of cold water. Not a whole lot, just a little splash of cold water. And then the power mixer is key. I'm going to whip it. I just keep feeding it up a little bit as it goes, so I'm not shooting it all over the place. And that's it, so you can get some little peaks. Meanwhile, my pot is boiling, so I'm going to add 3/4 cup of brown rice. And that's it. Put the timer on for 45 minutes. Now I cover the pot while it's boiling. You turn it down obviously to low. Now if you're using white rice, you can boil it for just about a half hour versus the 45 minutes. Okay, so boiled for 45 minutes. Remove the chicken from the pot. I'm going to debone the breast. The breast is all we want. Peel the breast off. I just use a fork and some tongs. Get rid of the skin. And then there is one bone that's always in the breast here. You gotta watch out for it. This one right here. Right there, there's a little bone that's always sticking in the breast. And we're just gonna chop it up. Depends on if you like it, you know, small or big. My wife can't decide. And that's that. And we're going to add that back into the soup. But first, we're going to whip up the eggs again. So we're going to turn back over here. Take a look at the eggs. And whip away. Alright, got some nice peaks here. Now we're going to add the yolk. And we're going to whip it again. Okay, now I've got just a little over a cup of lemon juice, and I'm going to start the mixer. I'm going to mix it slow. I'm going to add in the lemon juice, just pouring it slowly into the mixture while I beat it. I'm trying to keep it from curdling. So we've got the lemon juice added in. Good to go. Now we're going to switch back over to the pot. And I'm going to take the yolk mixture and with a ladle we're going to add some broth to the mixture. We're going to stir it. As we stir it, we're going to slowly pour the hot broth into the mixture. I usually do a couple cups full. There we go. That should be good. Now we're going to stir the pot. So we're stirring the hot broth and rice around. We're going to add the frothy stuff into it. And the last thing is to go ahead and add the rest of this chicken back into the pot. The only reason I wait is because it's easier to get the broth out without the chicken being in there with it. Chicken's in. Stir it up a little bit. And it's good to go. There you go. Hot, frothy Avgo Lemono soup.